rotate your phone. You can't turn your phone record.
Oh, you're gonna go live. And can we share that then later?
Absolutely.
Okay,
I'll share the
because I
link.
need to.
We're live right now. So
Wow.
I'm here with Isrid and Leon, and they're speakers on the future fashion panel for the Women in Tech Regatta, and we were just having this really good conversation about why this conversation is important: technology and fashion.
Absolutely. So maybe we want to also link to you as our audience and invite you all to come to our fashion panel the 2nd of November in Circle in Zuidas, because we're gonna speak within the Women in Tech Regatta about the future of fashion, like sustainable business models, what's going on in fashion, maybe a bit relating to the fact that we might become old-fashioned in fashion. And let's see how we can put a crowd together with women in tech, but also males are invited, to have a talk about how can we... Yeah, you are actually.
Oh, good.
I forget that all the time. So Leon will also be... I will be moderating a really interesting panel, a diverse panel. Leon is also a part of that panel. And we are preparing actually now what we are talking about, what's important, what's not. And we already have such an interesting conversation. And I thought maybe, Leon, you can share with us your thoughts about what you said, and what we're gonna definitely address is about emotions. What about emotions and tech? Because in fashion we're all about emotions, and it's very difficult to merge the two languages of the tech industry and the fashion industry, but it's not impossible. This is why we will have the fashion panel, to already, merge the audience with the panel and see what's going on, and put our ear to listening to, what is vibrating in the room and questions of the audience. But Leon, maybe you can share a little bit your insights.
The thing what I thought about this morning was the interesting thing about women in tech and how they differ from men in tech. Women, as who you are, tend to be more emotional than men. I'm not generalizing right now because I'm emotional as hell. But anyway, no. The thing is, like, you have. Women sooner have the sensibility for emotions, like feeling, what it's about. That's why fashion is such a women's business nowadays, dictated by men and bookkeepers. But that's another story. That the emotion and the feelings that thrives in fashion is basically based on what you feel when you purchase a garment, a gown, or when you put on your makeup. It all has to do, like, you want to feel beautiful because it gives you an emotion that makes you feel good. Now, tech usually, as per definition, is like cold male, and fashion is warm, fuzzy, emotional, and female. So these two together is, if you just keep them apart, it's like completely old-fashioned. And that's why if you each stays in one corner and you don't talk to each other, yes, both of them will be redundant at some point.
Because
tech only as like a cold functional thing, it's old-fashioned. Fashion as a non-technical thing is really old-fashioned. So to get that discussion, and also like the first steps into mingling these two, we might create a new Apple.
Absolutely.
Because Apple was about aesthetics, about creating not just something beautiful, something technically, but also was very beautiful and aesthetic.
And they already understood actually what's going on. And I just think about it, that it's really important to share that the Women in Tech Regatta, and especially our fashion panel, it's not only for women in tech. I already invited personally some people from my network, but feel invited. Just check out also the schedule, because there's a lot going on, really interesting topics.
There are.
And join the conversation. When you're a manager or whatever you do, actually running your own business, it's really interesting to get yourself updated on these subjects.
And also, about the entire sustainable thing. People think it's like ecological and green and whatever. We know now. No, it's like sustainable is also about re-evaluating value.
Like,
I always want to have something which actually, oh God, I'm so happy with this. I want to keep it,
Yeah.
not just like use it and just throw it away
Right.
and buy something else.
Right.
So it's about, especially on my turf, it's about creating a certain quality on so many different levels in fabrication, in fabric, in images and stuff like that. Yes, we live in an Instagram world now where everything's like really fast.
Yep.
But it's nice to have something that you actually went into town for or surfed the internet for that actually will stay for you for 1 season, 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. And as long as you don't get fat, you still fit in it, and it's not fashionable. It's very stylish. So that's also sustainability.
Yeah.
And a lot of people confuse sustainability with green.
Yeah, but that's not the only thing.
No.
No, we're going to talk about models that sustain, that that really
Beyond
Keep.
the green.
All right. Yeah.
We want the keepers.
Yeah. And we're not going to be too long, like now.
No.
This isn't long. You should
No,
come
it's
around. This is long.
I think this is long.
So
right.
join us the 2nd of November, 3 p.m. Circle, Zaudos. And we look forward to meeting you.
Absolutely.